And good morning. Happy Monday. We have made it through the weekend. I hope you guys have had a blessed weekend, man. Happy to be back. I know it's been a little soggy yesterday and today. We got that weather authority alert day going on. We're going to get to Parker Beasley later on so he can give you guys the update as far as what to be aware of with our weather. But you already know we got a lot of cool stories to get to today, especially here on a local level, something that a lot of people are very excited about. It's this bad boy right here, gas station favorite, hoping to expand here in the Commonwealth. We're talking about Wawa. We're going to the comment section on this one because we got a couple of your thoughts. You guys had a lot to say about this, and I'm excited to kind of share that with you guys. But again, a lot of people are excited about this. I'm excited about it. My first experience with a Wawa was when I was traveling to Philly, and I saw just what everybody was talking about. So yeah, we're going to get into that and hear your thoughts on it as well. But first and foremost, you already know, sometimes we got to cover some very serious topics, but in a positive light. And unfortunately, we all know human trafficking is something that is just not anything that anybody want to have to deal with right now. But there is a law in place helping survivors of human trafficking. 2021 law is also now being put to use, helping vacate criminal records of those that acted under the influence of others when committing certain crimes like prostitution. Because of this, one Hampton Road survivor is making history, becoming the first case that was granted expungement. She said that she was emotionally and physically beaten down for more than a decade, and that's why she felt she had no other choice but to comply.
I had to hold guns sometimes for my traffickers. Sometimes I had to hold drugs that I didn't do or use. I felt like I didn't have anything or anyone, so when finally someone said, okay, I'll help you, I'll take care of you, I didn't realize what that really meant.
Another Virginia law that took effect this year requires hotels to provide human trafficking training to employees. Health departments started checking for compliance back in July. Now, this is always a good deal when our Congress and everybody are just on board with trying to stop human trafficking. And I think that, obviously this is something that people need to raise awareness about. You can see this full story on our website at WSLS.com. But I'm going to mention this like Sound of Freedom. If you haven't seen it, that is a very, very powerful movie. I watched it I think a couple weekends ago, and it literally had men in the audience tearing up because, again, it just hits you in the heart with seeing how awful human trafficking is and how abundant it is, unfortunately, here in the United States. So seeing as though we have some laws that are going into effect that helps survivors of human trafficking, that is something that is a good deal. But if you haven't seen Sound of Freedom and you need some type of awareness raised with just how serious it is and how unfortunately devastating it can be to most enslaved people, or all enslaved people, go check that movie out. Again, that's called The Sound of Freedom. Also, speaking of something we need to be alert about when we're getting closer and closer to schools, it's time for people and parents to let their kids know about stranger danger. You guys have all heard the phrase before. Doctors say now is a good time for parents to talk about the stranger danger. They recommend explaining to your child that there's never a reason for an adult that they would need to talk to a child and trying to get help with finding something. He says that it's also a good idea to go over some scenarios where a bad person might ask them for help, like the lost puppy scenario. Another thing to do is to create a family password.
I tell my patients to have a secret family password that is only between your family. So if someone comes up to my child and says, hey, your mom's running behind, she was at the hospital, she was in a car accident, she told me to pick you up. My kids are trained to say, hey, what's our family's secret password?
Dr. So says that it's also important to teach your kids who the good people are, and like police officers, firefighters, and teachers, or someone with a badge at a store. Again, another great tip for people, especially as we start our schools back up. A lot of kids are going back to school right now, and it's always important to stay safe because especially nowadays than ever, you never know what you're talking to. Like, you can't just go to next door neighbors like how you used to. You can't just leave your doors unlocked like how you used to. And now it's to a point where we got to protect our babies. And again, some of the situations that we do find ourselves covering is, unfortunately, some type of kidnapping scenario, such as this, without the stranger danger alert system going on in that child. And the next thing you know, the human trafficking is taken off. So this is something we all need to be aware of. Let's just be more proactive with protecting our babies, and again, have those stranger danger talks as soon as possible. We also want to get to this. Got to get a warning out to people who like to do a lot of Amazon shopping. Get this, a warning this morning when it comes to doorstep deliveries. Receiving random Amazon packages may seem like an early Christmas, but it actually could be a scam called brushing. Experts say the scammers are trying to cheat the online review system, which skews searches of Amazon. If third-party sellers send items to people, it makes it a verified purchase.
With that stamp of approval, boy, they can do a lot of things. They can go online and post positive reviews on your behalf. They can manipulate and skew a ratings and review system to gain more customers and ultimately gain more profit for the company as well.
Now, if you think that you're a victim of brushing scam, notify the retailer, change your passwords, report the scam, and monitor your bank account. But the FTC did say that you have a legal right to keep the unordered merchandise. That does sound like a good deal right there, but again, a scam is a scam is a scam. You guys need to be aware of that and alert, especially when you're doing a lot of back-to-school shopping. I know a lot of people are ordering stuff online and stuff like that, so be aware of this. And again, for more details about this story, you can find it on our website, WSLS.com. Got to give a big shout out and thank you to two Grayson County deputies. They stepped in and saved a lady's life from a house fire. Get this is how it went down. Sheriff Richard Vaughn says deputies Cody Clifford and Cody Sharp, who you see right here on your screen, responded to a mobile home fire full of smoke. Told that there was zero visibility in the home, so the deputies used the walls to feel their way to the woman. Woman was then airlifted to a hospital in North Carolina, and the deputies were treated for smoke inhalation and later released. Fire was put out by the Galax Fire Department. Virginia State Police and the Grayson County Sheriff's Office are investigating the cause of the fire. But again, another telltale sign which shows you how important our first responders are, law enforcement are. They're coming in, and literally most people, like 9 times out of 10, putting that badge on to take their life to save another. And I think that's just a beautiful thing right there. And this is a clear example as far as why we should show some type of respect and appreciation for our men and women in uniform. Okay, guys, we got to get to this, okay? Before we get into this Weather Authority Alert Day, you guys sent us some breathtakingly beautiful photos of the skies. You're sprinting them our way. It is Monday. We're going to call this Motivation Monday, and we want these pictures to motivate you to just be thankful of the kind of setup that we're in right now. I always look at it like God is painting the picture beautifully or painting the sky beautifully. And if you're looking at your screen right now, this is coming from Josie Scotty. Thank you so much for sending this in. She says, just look up from Galax. A beautiful picture right there to see. We're going over to Crystal now. Crystal sent us this one right here. Beautiful rainbow coming in after passing storm in Appomattox. Guys, that's also a gorgeous sight to see right there. And then this one's coming in from Mary Ann Spencer. If you take a look at your screen right now, you got this one. Look how beautiful this is. It reminds me of cotton candy almost. Or again, another picture that you would see out of a book or a painting or something like that. So yes, another gorgeous picture right there. And then last but not least, we got to give some love to Shonda sending this in of her dog, Abby. You know, we always got to show some love to Abby. They're always got the best views out there where they're living. But check this out. She says, this is the sunset in Buchanan. Was amazing. Abby took it all in, and thank you for allowing us to take it all in as well, because again, very gorgeous pictures. You guys keep on sprinting your pens our way. We would love to showcase them and give people credit where credit is due for these awesome photography skills, guys. Again, thank you for sprinting your pens our way. We're going to hope to get some more pens coming in, especially with back to school happening. I know a lot of people want to take pictures of their babies and their kids and their outfits and stuff like that. Send them our way, because we would love to give them shout outs specifically as well. Name it all. We will all cover it and give everybody a good time to just smile and laugh and get that nostalgia of remembering our first days of school. Okay, so we've been talking about it all day. If you watched Virginia Today earlier, you know we're in a Weather Authority Alert Day. Something that you guys need to be aware of. Definitely having that app downloaded. But let's get to Parker Beasley. It's going to give you kind of a little brief rundown as far as what's to be expected today.
Hey there, everyone. Meteorologist Parker Beasley here with your local weather authority. Now, today we are issuing a Weather Authority Alert Day. This is for the possibility of seeing some severe storms later on this afternoon. They will be widespread throughout the entirety of West and Central Virginia. This includes all of our zones. As you'll notice, the majority of the East Coast is under severe weather outlook as indicated by the Storm Prediction Center. However, we are under the enhanced risk, which is a level 3 out of 5. That includes basically all of Virginia. Some of the threats we could see Damaging winds is at the highest. It's from the medium to high level of the threat. Hail could also be embedded in some of these storms. Localized flooding is possible, and then a brief spin up of a tornado or two is on the lower end, but it is still possible. Stay weather aware out there today.
All right, Parker, thank you so much for that information. Again, it's always handy. Get that app downloaded so that you guys know exactly what's in store for today. We've been talking about back to school, and obviously WSLS has been partnering with schools throughout the Roanoke Valley for the Load the Bus Drive. And you guys have came and delivered. Get this, the goal was to collect school supplies so students can start the year off having what they need. You brought donations to Walmarts across Roanoke Valley, Walmarts all over the place, all over the past week. And the supply store students at the Roanoke City, Roanoke County, Salem, and Craig County schools. Now, in-person donations wrapped up yesterday, but monetary donations are still being accepted online. You can learn out more how you can donate going on our website, WSLS.com. Again, thank you guys, everybody who went shopping this week, picked up an extra pack of pencils, picked up an extra backpack, and went outside and just dropped it off at the bus. So I pray that we reach our goals this year. And again, giving these kids a good thing to look forward to this school year. Something that they do not have to worry about is school supplies. And that's like the last thing that needs to be on a parent's mind, is how to make sure their kid can be successful. And again, you guys came through. Thank you so much for coming out and participating in the Load the Bus Drive. I'm excited to see how everybody's start to the year has been so far. But yeah, again, those monetary donations are still going on our website. You go to WSLS.com, figure out how you can get your hands on donating there. And we're also this month trying to clear the shelters. We got to give you guys a heads up about two cute little doggies that you do not want to miss out on. Get this, I'm going to let you see it right here. You see these little cute faces right now? Okay, so this is Charlie Girl and Rainy. Charlie Girl is an adorable 10-month-old Chihuahua mix who was sweet and full of life. And she arrived with her buddy 3-year-old Rainy Girl, who is also a Chihuahua mix. Rainy is a calm and loves to snuggle. She would be a great lap dog, and that they must be adopted together. Both are up to date on their vaccinations, and they create the crate and pet pad trained. If I can get my words together, y'all. Okay, so they are with PACC, Healing Hearts, Canine Rescue, and Draper. So yeah, for more information on Charlie Girl and Rainy Girl, you go to our website at WSLS.com, and there you will also see other adoptable pets under our Clear the Shelter page. So again, let's try to get them out together. I know that's something that we definitely didn't make sure, anytime you have these puppies that they say we need to make sure they are adopted out together, there's a reason for that, because they have created this bond, this unbreakable one. And two, you all heard the stories about how when one dog goes, another dog gets depressed, vice versa. You don't want that to happen right now with Charlie and Rainy Girl, those cute little dogs right there. So yes, if you guys are interested, go to our website under our app. Well, we got to clear the shelters, and hopefully we're going to do that successfully, get them a nice home to stay in. Okay, so let's get to this story. This has been the talker, our teaser story for today. A lot of people are excited about the Wawa that's coming, okay? Convenience store favorite looking to expand right here at home. Wawa has submitted a site plan to build a nearly 6,000 square foot gas station in Campbell County. Project is slated for a spot on Wards Road near the Food Line just outside Lynchburg. And the chain offers fresh, built-to-order foods, beverages, coffee, and fuel services. This will be the first store in our area right now. Closest Wawa right now is located in Charlottesville. So again, a lot of people are excited about this, and we want to know what you guys think. And you guys definitely had a lot to say in the comment section, which is where we're about to go. So again, Wawa is coming, man. It's going to be a possibility right there. And again, you guys had a lot to say on our Facebook page. I went through and I was just combing through some of the different comments. Some people are excited. Some people are indifferent, but we're going to get to them. Okay, so Stephen Hughes came in and he commented. He said, look out, Sheets. Got some competition coming. Sapin, I'm not even going to try. I think Shadeva. I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. They said coming out and putting local small businesses out of business, be local, buy local. So basically they're trying to say that, hey man, we can't put our people out of business. So I'm assuming they're not that big of a fan of Wawa coming. Let's go on to more. We got another one, Alice coming in with a smiley face. We got another support coming in. Actually somebody who's like nasty store. This dude, his name is John Wagstaff. He doesn't like the idea. But we got Patricia coming in saying that it's about time. Paula Lane coming in saying, I miss Wawa. Lauren coming in saying that they got the best pretzels. And then Brian coming in saying that I wish we were getting a Wawa in Bedford instead of Royal Farms. But Royal Farms is better than getting just another Sheets. Okay, so there's our views on that. And then we got one more set of comments to get to, because, again, you guys had a lot to say about this, some for it, some against it. Then this guy right here, John Barrett, says, what is a Wawa? Andrea took her time to explain it. She says, it's way, way, way better than Sheets. It's the only thing I truly missed when I moved to Southwest Virginia. And then David Scott comes in later on and says, this is just a gas station with pretty good food. So yeah, what are you guys' thoughts about Wawa? You know, I'm not opposed. My first time visiting a Wawa, again, when I was on my way to Philadelphia on a girls trip, and we stopped by Wawa, and I was just like, I don't even know what that is. Let's get to Jazzy Jazz. Jazz, are you with me?
Yeah, good morning.
How you doing, girl?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I am good. What do you think about this Wawa?
I've never been to Wawa. So
Oh.
I'm excited to just experience it and see what it's like. So I've heard a lot of good things about it. I've heard that it's a really like a high-end gas station, and
Yes.
it doesn't compare to Sheetz and Shell and all the other major gas stations. So I'm excited to see what it's like.
Oh, yeah. You know, I actually need to try the food. A lot of people, because I know Brittany Weir, you know, we were on our way to Philly, and she was just like, we're going to stop by Wawa. That was my first time going there, but I just gassed up. I didn't go in or anything like that. But she was just all about the coffee and stuff, saying that the food was amazing. So, yeah, I mean, if we get one, we will all get our share in trying to try it out at least, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited to see what all the hype is about, because I know a lot of people are excited for it to come.
Definitely. Okay, so Jazz, obviously Load the Bus is happening. It's still going on with monetary donations. What's the best way for a person to know about that information to make sure our kids are prepared for school?
Yeah, you can just head to our website, and we have a ton of articles on the Load the Bus. It's a very important event because we want to make sure that our kids are successful as they come into the new school year, because any sort of donation is extremely helpful, no matter how much you choose to donate. So it's super easy. Just head to our website, and we have several articles on Load the Bus.
Definitely. Okay, so if you could tell me, do we have any viewers or comments today?
Yeah, we do have some comments. Hold on one second.
Sweet. I'm so excited.
So Val Davis says, this Philly girl is ready to stock up on her half teas. She said, oh, Wawa, how I've missed you. Go Birds.
Hey, shout out to Val. Thank you for that. That joker love her some birds, too. Her and Brittany, we would always run into her at the Rail Yard Dog games. And every time, you know, them jokers go Birds. So, yeah, thank you so much for commenting.
But yeah, that's the only comment for today. But as always, you can just head to our website and leave a comment under our article, and we'll respond to them live.
Perfect, though. Thank you so much, Jazz.
Yeah, of course. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, girlie. All right, guys, before we roll out, we got to get to those headlines to give you guys what you need to know that's happening in our later newscast and online at WSLS.com. Coming up in our later newscast, with students going back to school, many parents are thinking about safety, from security updates to infrastructure upgrades. 10 News anchor Alyssa Ray working for you, breaking down each school district. Do not miss out on that. And also, if there are any doubts about Simone Biles' ability to return to the elite gymnastics, those questions are now gone. Most decorated gymnast of all time came back with a vengeance this weekend to win the top prize of the Core Hydration Classic. Her sights on the Paris 2024 Olympics. And last but not least, unfortunately, we're following this story. It's a tragedy that happened in James River over the weekend. 10-year-old, 16-year-old, and 19-year-old drowned. Unfortunately, a very sad situation. A family member was getting in touch with us. I think the uncle was speaking with us, but deputies say that 3 of them were siblings. We're following that story. You'll hear directly from that uncle as well. That story and many more coming up again in our later newscast and online at WSLS.com. Thank you guys so much for joining us on our Monday edition of the Morning Sprint. We'll be back here again tomorrow morning, 8 a.m., WSLS.com, again for the Morning Sprint.